There was a point that you made under the point about do vaccine mandates make sense? And there was this interesting stat that that was helpful, and they gave me like a framework to think about the mandates. And it says this: experts say that if a vaccine is 90% effective, 55% of the population will need to get vaccinated to halt the spread of the virus. But in Ontario, 82% of eligible people have now undergone voluntary vaccination, including vulnerable persons. So, in theory, no one should be at risk, right? And so now, but we're still mandating mandatory vaccinations. Could you elaborate on that and just comment?
Yeah, it's a curious position that the state is taking, the government's taking, because if you think about an individual point of view, anybody who's at risk of disease and wants to be protected can be protected. Therefore, there's no requirement for anybody else to do anything. There's no societal burden or obligation for anybody else to do anything, because if these vaccines work, then the person will be protected, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then there's this concept called herd immunity that's very popular in the vaccine world. And it basically says that there's some people that can't take the vaccine and can't be protected. They're vulnerable. Therefore, it's the onus is on the healthy people to develop immunity, right? Or whenever they develop immunity, the vaccine stops spreading, and therefore the vulnerable people which can't fight the disease won't get affected or infected. However, the way that these vaccines are being positioned is that they're safe and effective for everybody. And so if they're safe and effective for everybody and everybody has access to them, then there's no burden on anybody else to need to do anything. So if that's the case, if they are effective at 95%, then this needing to get 100% vaccination is really not substantiated logically, either at an individual or a societal level. So it's curious that we're pursuing this with such aggression, putting people's lives on the line.
And vacations.
Their livelihoods, their vacations. I mean, we're putting
health.
everything on the line, right? Mental health. So much of our society is being, and I think that really what we need to be doing, and especially as Christians, is questioning whether this is actually a logical thing. And I could argue from a medical standpoint that it's unsubstantiated. So I think that basically begs to question, well, then what's driving this?
Please subscribe and hit the bell to stay up to date. If you liked or disliked the snippet, give it a like and share your 2 cents with us in the comment section. And remember, 6 cents makes change.